I think he's on the foremast, the bottom. It might have got tangled, you know. Yeah. You can see it quite clearly now. You got a zoom lens on that?
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome to Ocean Terminal. Before we start with the proceedings for this afternoon, we have a little bit of unfinished business from the last few days, and we're on wet weather plans for this afternoon. We were hoping to do the first part of the afternoon on the quayside, but even if it wasn't raining very hard, you probably wouldn't be able to hear us because of the wind, so we moved everything inside. And as most of you are probably aware, the last few days have been the Battle of the Barques, where Lord Nelson and Tenacious have been racing each other on the Solent. So I'm very pleased to hand across to Ron Dadswell, who's the Chief Race Officer, who's going to lead us through the presentation ceremony for the Battle of the Barques. So Ron, over to you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Dadswell. I'm the race director. I've been fortunate enough to be the race director for 4 or 5 Battles of the Barques. I missed one because Andy Spark got the death song and I was salmon fishing in Scotland. We couldn't get back. But I've really had a fantastic time as race director, and this last race, or the last few days, has probably been the best and the toughest in terms of weather conditions and challenge to the crews for Lord Nelson and Tenacious. We actually had 3 races, and it was going to be, obviously, the best of 3 unless the same ship won the first 2. As it happened, for the first race we decided not to go outside, but to race within the Solent. And we raced from Yarmouth to St Helens. It was only about a 20-mile race and quite strong winds, but it was pretty exciting. And from my notes, if you bear with me, it says that we had a running start with the forecourse and topsail set. Maximum force was 35 knots gusting, and the maximum speed on Lord Nelson was 11 knots. I'm not too sure about the nation, but I suspect it was not the same. Then we finished at St Helens and anchored overnight, and I worked out the thing. We had a TCF, so a time correction factor, in favour of Lord Nelson, who was a bit slower than Tenacious, and Lord Nelson won by 1 minute and 55 seconds on the race run. So we were pretty happy. However, it was still pretty rough out there, so we decided to stay in the Solent and repeat more or less the same course on the race 2 the following day. And it was much the same weather conditions, and the same TCF to 20 primings, and Tenacious won by 1 minute and 8 seconds. You can see it's now 1-all and everything to play for from race 3. And you can see how close that was, 1 minute 55, 1 minute 08. Shows that that's pretty close racing. So on race 3 we decided we'd be brave and go out to sea. So we went to the east side of the Isle of Wight and we sailed down to just 50 degrees 30 and then wore around 50 degrees 30 and come back up again. and that was pretty hairy stuff because it was costing 40 knots. And whilst we managed to sail it, Tenacious, which is much bigger ship and with her royals, had to strike some of her sails, and in the end it was getting a bit too dangerous. So Simon very wisely actually decided to retire. So Lord Nelson won race 3 and won the series 3, two races for one. So we have a shield to present to Captain Chris, and I can ask Christopher Rudd to come up. Christopher Rudd, as you all know, was the founder of Jubilee Sailing Trust, so no one better to present this shield. We only have 2 prizes. The second prize is for the cook longest at sea, which is a official prize within Flagship races. So, if I could ask Micah Hendricks to get the
We're delighted that today's guests include people from across the JST family, including many who have supported the Trust, sailed on our ships, volunteered or worked for the organisation during 41 years of distinguished activity. We're also joined in spirit today by thousands more that have shared messages of support but who are unable to join us in person. Since inception, the JST has always been a bold, pioneering organisation, pushing boundaries and perceptions and helping so many to achieve things they never thought possible on board our 2 amazing ships, Lord Nelson and Tenacious. It's always been a challenging operation as well, but one that's faced considerable adversity at many times in its history. In the Trust's early days, it took the tenaciousness and courage of our founders to prove that it was indeed possible to bring people of all ages, backgrounds and abilities together to crew a ship. On vessels ill-suited for the task, these early instigators of our mission often endured great discomfort to prove the legitimacy of our work, facing criticism from all quarters who argued that it was neither safe nor wise to take people with disabilities to sea, and how wrong they were proven. The launch of Lord Nelson was similarly dramatic and may have never happened at all had it not been for the light-footedness of Francis Cater, who was our chairman at the time. Late one evening, he received a call from the auditors of his business, who had coincidentally just been engaged as administrators for a shipyard in Liverpool, where the ship was reaching the final stages of her construction. Assisted by a local tugboat owner and helming the vessel with a jerry-rigged rudder, rapidly fabricated from shipyard timber, Francis managed to rescue the Lord Nelson to a mooring down the river, well away from the clutches of any receiver. Motivated by over a successful decade operating Lord Nelson, and with more demand for our work than the trusted service, the JST then set about building our second ship, Tenacious. And in doing so, the JST brought our mission to shore with the support of over 1,500 mixed ability volunteers under the supervision of professional shipwrights. Again, there was no shortage of difficulty or ambition with this project, both in terms of fundraising and in the technical complexity of building a vessel in such an inclusive way. Since the millennium, the JST has worked hard to make a two-ship fleet work. This has not been easy in a fast-moving, social and charitable landscape and in an increasingly regulated maritime environment, which has made delivering our mission more complex and necessitated both additional investment onshore and offshore. The rising costs of maintaining an increasingly mature fleet have also not helped. And in recent years, the JST has undertaken increasingly bold tactics to make a two-ship fleet work, in an effort to keep the ships full and earning year-round, including round-the-world voyages and extensive programs in the South Pacific. We've also established and grown a partnership capability with similar objectives, supporting a growing number of mission-aligned collaborations with other charities, educators and businesses. We have also taken steps to grow our fundraising capabilities and to try and get ahead of an increasingly competitive charitable landscape. All these initiatives have helped to improve our reach, take our mission to new communities and strengthen our financial position, ultimately with the objective of sustaining a two-ship fleet at the heart of our work. Whilst good progress has been made on many fronts, including the increase of our regular income, it ultimately has not been enough. And in the past 2 years, we have particularly struggled, following unplanned expenditure across both ships and a mixed take-up of our programme, both domestically and overseas. In combination, these issues led to the emergency appeal in June, where over 4,000 people raised in excess of £1 million in just 5 days, giving the JST a lifeline and a fighting chance for a future. Whilst the necessity for such an appeal was regrettable in the first place, its success was amazing and an absolutely outstanding validation of the JST's work over many years. Following a careful and painstaking review of the JST's options in light of the appeal, supported by independent legal and financial professional advisors, the trustees determined that it was too risky to sustain a two-ship fleet for the time being, and it is this decision that's led us to the decommissioning of Lord Nelson today. Clearly, this decision is not Plan A, indeed it's not Plan B or C either. However, it does represent the collective thinking of those closest to the issues on how we can give the JST the best possible chances of surviving and indeed thriving in the future. There's no hiding my personal disappointment that things have come to this, and I know in many ways this is a sad day for us all. However, I can assure you it's not been through lack of trying, and it's important we now look forward to try and give the JST the strongest possible future that we can. In terms of this future, Lord Nelson will tomorrow make her way to the historic port of Bristol. For those of you that know it well, she'll be near Emshed, where she'll be sympathetically decommissioned in a manner that will keep open as many doors as possible regarding her long-term use and future. All options are being considered, and the trustees will more formally explore them over the winter, with a view to making a decision at some stage in the first part of next year. Their wish is to find a use for her that sits within the JST and directly supports our mission. Potentially is a platform that helps with community outreach and education, along with the recruitment of crew to join voyages on Tenacious. You'll be pleased to know that we've already been approached by ports from across the UK and further afield, along with a number of prospective partners who are all keen to be part of our future plans. We will, of course, keep you updated on progress in the months to come, and Andy Barques is supporting the trustees on this project. Please do get in touch with him if you have any ideas or suggestions. And he's also keen to hear from you if you'd like to help maintain the vessel, as we're planning some light maintenance over the winter to avoid any significant deterioration in the coming months. Whilst the best long-term plans possible for Lord Nelson are being determined, Tenacious will continue to deliver the JST's mission in earnest, working closely with partners and communities from across the UK and in adjacent sea zones to deliver the most impactful work that she can. In the months ahead, we see a tremendous opportunity to redirect some of the energy and resources that have gone into sustaining 2 ships into ensuring the experience and impact on Tenacious can be as powerful as possible. And against this context, the purpose of today is to celebrate the accomplishments of Lord Nelson and her amazing service for the JST. In the past 33 years, she's taken over 30,000 people to sea, over 16,000 of which have been disabled, covering 530,000 miles and over 1,000 voyages and visiting every continent on the planet, including Antarctica, and providing just about everyone who's been on board her with the memories of a lifetime. In the past few days, we've invited supporters to share their own memories on social media. The stories from across the world have been amazing to read, and I wanted to share a few that beautifully encapsulated the amazing work of this fine ship and the ethos of the JST. Cammy posted, 10 days on board, changing the next 32 years of my life. So many friends and adventures. Craig said, an experience that will live with me for the rest of my life. Melbourne to Hobart in 2013. Similarly, Deborah commented, my first voyage on Nelly changed my life, more than any other single event. The subsequent 10 voyages as watch leader during the 90s gave me so many everlasting memories and friends who I still meet up with after all these years. And Cooney shared, it is the people I've met and the friends that I've made that I will miss most, along with the sheer pleasure of being part of a small team on a beautiful ship in a big sea. And demonstrating the lasting impact of this powerful experience, Sue said, I sailed on the 3rd voyage of Lord Nelson's career. Within 3 weeks of returning home, I secured a job and have been employed ever since. I enjoyed 30 voyages, both as voyage crew and watch leader. I turned around my life, and I also met my husband. Finally, many of you will be pleased to learn that Nick Pilgrim, who was a regular member of the Lord Nelson crew, will be making his 56th and final voyage on Lord Nelson tomorrow, when his ashes will be scattered by his family as the ship starts her journey to Bristol. Nick embodied the spirit of the JST, overcoming the challenges of disability and being a role model, not just on board our ships, but in the wider community. Motivated by these incredible stories, I'd like to close by thanking everyone who's been involved in making Lord Nelson's story so powerful, and one that's already created a lasting legacy for so many generations to come. This legacy reflects the vision of the JST's early founders, millions of hours committed by volunteers, and the tireless hard work of our professional crew and office teams. It also reflects the tremendous generosity of so many people and companies who have supported her adventures with donations and in-kind support. And finally, it reflects the courage, camaraderie and commitment of all her voyage crew, who have given the ship such great purpose and demonstrated why the JST's mission continues to play such an important role in society, and why indeed it must endure long into the future. We cannot thank you all enough, and I now ask you to join me in a rapturous round of applause for Lord Nelson and everyone who's helped to make Lord Nelson's impressive life such a resounding success.
inside and out, side of saw coming down.
Yeah.
That's